Guys, Joe McDonough here, back again with Cage Side Press. I'm joined by Bellator's Janay Harding. Janay, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Always a pleasure to talk. And back in the cage, Bellator 259, your first fight of 2021. We saw you at the end of 2020. How good does it feel to get back in there?
Oh, so much so. It's great to get back to work. And yeah, even better knowing that it's a matchup that we've been looking forward to for a while. And even better knowing that, it's during this pandemic again and we're still keeping active and we're moving forward.
Absolutely. And I mean, a matchup that we talked about, months and months ago that you were hopeful for. Here we are, Leah McCourt. I mean, talk to me about this. How did this come to fruition and how excited are you?
Yeah, like we said, we knew it was on the horizon. I knew it was kind of the name to expect next. I just, didn't know if it was going to happen because we've had a few mishaps in a sense and setbacks. So yeah, just finally happy that it's happening. It's great to know that I know all about this opponent. I'm not unfamiliar with the name. It's great to know that she's going to be super hungry, obviously being out of the cage for a little bit, coming back from an injury, and a match that she's wanted for a very long time as well as. So yeah, these are all really cool things. I think it's going to be a match for the fans. I think it's going to be great for us to showcase our skills against each other. She's got a great accreditations to herself, being a judo black belt, jiu-jitsu brown belt, amateur world champion. These are all really motivating things for me. Coming into the fight, it just makes me hungrier to show my skills against someone of her caliber and really come out on top.
Mm-hmm. And talk to me about the rankings. Bellator obviously came out with rankings. Both you and McCourt are obviously in their top 5. Talk to me about where you're placed, where she's placed, and what you think of these rankings.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic that we finally have rankings. I think it creates a much better structure to the division. It gives a little bit more integrity to the division. It may not be 100%. I guess it's just a good foundation. We can all kind of solidify our spots or move ourselves around based on our next few performances. I'm at number 6, Leah's at number 7. These are all great things. I think that's deserving on both parts. So I'm glad that we kind of get to, face off, and this will most likely solidify my spot at 6 or maybe even move me up. I'm not really sure. I don't really mind because, as we know, this matchup has been in the mix for a very long time before the rankings even came about. So that's not one of my motivators, but it's just one of my motivators just to solidify myself, keep my name in the mix, and keep people kind of understanding that I am not just number 6. I am this person that's off these really 2 good performances, and people should really keep an eye on me and keep watching.
That they should. And, is it almost better in a way that this matchup didn't happen, last year or months ago, because now of the rankings 6 and 7, it gives more of a clearer path to a title spot or a top contender and all of that stuff?
Yeah, I'm one of those people who's like a major believer in that everything happens for a reason, and that's just the way the pathway needed to go, and I guess, like you're saying, that is why it needed to go that way, so that we can now solidify our spots and make it. I think this is a great matchup for a first ranking kind of matchup, like for me, I think that's a great place for me to be. I don't have like heaps of pressure, I guess, to be fighting like a 2 or a 3 or something, and then it be sprung on you as well. I guess like we were already matched up, and then the rankings came out, and then we're going to fight. So it's like, yeah, imagine if that person was, I don't know, someone a little bit more, just add the pressure. But right now, this is just a great place for me to be. It's a great stepping stone in the great direction towards that title. I think it's a good place to be.
And I think that, like you said, both of you have mentioned each other's names for a while. It's a fight that's supposed to happen. You guys have wanted the fight for a while. A lot of times when that happens, we see heated exchanges. We see, rivalry, all this stuff. That doesn't seem to be the case here. I mean, you have a lot of respect for her. She has a lot of respect for you.
Yeah, it's great to see. I mean, no matter what she did on her end, I'm super grateful that she's not disrespectful as a sense, but no matter what she did on her end, I'll always be the same person. That's something that I've stuck with from the beginning of my career, and I'm never really going to put on a persona to trash talk. It's just not in me. I don't need that to be a fighter. I don't need to be aggressive to be a fighter. I am a fighter. Like, I just know that's who I am. This is what I was born to do, unfortunately. Block punches in my head, and that's how it is. But it's also, yeah, a blessing, because I think it brings like a really cool aspect that we can have this rivalry, but it's a full respectful rivalry. It makes us hungry. It makes us motivated, knowing that we're two legitimate contenders that really want to fight each other, but just because we want to push ourselves, not because we need to, be angry at the other person or have some sort of vendetta against them. It's just because, we want to be better athletes and better people and prove ourselves in the division. And I think that's fantastic because especially her being a mum, she's representing the UK and being a mum and representing great things. I'm here in Australia representing myself, representing the younger generation as well, I guess, because I'm the youngest in the top 10. These are all like positive aspects that at the end of the day, my biggest priority is making MMA an everybody sport, and therefore it is an everybody sport when you can see things in different aspects like this. We don't always have to, do these crazy media clout chasing, trash talking. We can all be respectful and still put on magnificent scraps that I can guarantee this fight will be great no matter what.
And still getting the fans involved. Obviously they're pumped up for this fight, regardless of, trash talk or not. Obviously, big main event, Chris Cyborg, Leslie Smith 2 happening on 259. Any thoughts on this? I mean, this is your division, your champion. What are you thinking? What do you think happens?
Yeah, obviously got a close eye on that one, and I'm hoping to, be able to watch it. Hopefully they get me through the media and the medicals and everything real quick so I can watch it. That's always a priority. But, it's exciting. I mean, it's a rematch, like you're saying. Anything can happen, honestly. Anything can. I do think Chris Cyborg comes up on top again. But it's great to see Leslie's evolution, Leslie solidifying herself at featherweight as well, whereas last time she was definitely more active at bantamweight. She's been fighting at featherweight for the last, I guess a couple of years now. So these are all positive aspects that will change, I guess, her moving into this fight, which is exciting. I do think skill-wise, probably I would tip Chris Cyborg, but you never know. It's MMA. Anyone can surprise you and anything can happen. So either way, it's an exciting matchup, and it's great to see two hungry girls get after it, and especially when it's the featherweight belt, my belt, on the line. So it's always something that I'll be watching closely.
Absolutely. And last time we talked, we spoke about how, how young you are. And like you said, you're the youngest in the top 10, all of this stuff, partnerships with Disney, with boys, with all this stuff. Has anything new come up, or because of COVID, has it been a little downtime? Is there anything new coming up for Janay Harding?
Nothing really solid, but new opportunities, definitely. There's a lot more. I would definitely say if you compare the start of last year to the start of this year, things have shifted. Things, we're on to bigger and better horizons for sure, and I think it's exactly where I need to be. It's the next step. It's just a progression in where I want to go. Casting for more things, doing little things that honestly I didn't really think I would be doing this early. I kind of thought I would be doing this stuff after my MMA career, but now I have the opportunity to kind of juggle the two. In this virtual COVID world, we can self-tape for pretty much anything now, and it doesn't really take too much time out of our schedule and doesn't affect my training or anything. And all these things are super positive in the end goal of building my brand as a whole. So making these, I guess, money moves in a sense, and having these little, I've got some cool little side hustles coming up that I've been working really hard on. So that's going to be really cool. Just things that add to the brand, things that add to how everyone can kind of interact with me, and my fan base can interact with me and get to know me a little bit better. These will all, by the end of the year, I think, be popping off and be a really cool additive to the whole Janay Harding brand.
And I look forward to these side hustles and money moves that you are making. I do have to ask, what are the rules for quarantine when you get back to Australia? I mean, are we going to see the crazy Dan Hooker, you have to be trapped for 20-something days, or have things gone a little lesser?
Unfortunately, they're still the same. So it's still
I'm sorry, I brought it up.
Hotel quarantine. That's okay. To be honest, last time hotel quarantine, I mean, it wasn't ideal. I don't want to spend 2 weeks in a hotel room, but it wasn't that bad. It's sort of you have this manic rush of camp, and then you go over the US, you do your fight week and everything. And I've got an extra week in the US. I'm networking and doing some visiting some people and some camps and stuff. So that'll be great. And then I'll get to come back and spend 2 weeks, literally nowhere to be, no one to see, just in a hotel room for 2 weeks. So all in all, it's kind of positive. Unfortunately, this time I'll do it by myself, so I'll be a little bit bored, but I'm very introverted anyway. And I think my coach realized that after the last quarantine that I didn't even come out of my room most days till like 1, and I was like, oh, you still here? Okay, cool, yeah. Like, just to make sure everything's okay. But I'm happy to, you know, chill in my own space because I am my only child. I live by myself anyway, so these are all sort of like normal things for me anyway. But I think the good thing, I think with quarantine, you just have to set an intention. You have to set like things to do, activities to do, things to complete, goals and stuff, and then just keep yourself busy. Even if it's like cooking a meal one day that's going to take you 2 hours, that's your day. That's your day. That's what we're doing on Wednesday. So it's kind of cool. Like, it just, yeah, take it as it is. It's part of the gig. I mean, I'm so blessed to do what I do and get to travel in a time like right now. I think as of Ian speaks of saying July 1st, they're going to stop the quarantine. So maybe this will be my last one, and I only had to do 2, and that's not really that bad. I mean, I'll be, in there working on my side hustles. Like I'm saying, got a lot of stuff to do in that sense. I've already set a lot of goals for those things. Hopefully reading a little bit more, working on all the things that I maybe just let go of during this camp because, you know, you get busy and stuff. So it all works out. It's all positive. I'm all in all just grateful to do what I do.
And I'm sure there's going to be nothing better than binge watching a series after a win in Bellator.
Suggestions for sure.
There you go. Everyone send suggestions to Janay Harding and catch your fight at Bellator 259. Janay, thank you. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, John. Appreciate it.